Alright guys, the Miami Hurricanes get the job done against the Virginia Tech Hokies, final score 34-17. And I felt like this was a pretty good game for the most part. I gotta give a shout out to Shannon Dawson first. Ever since we lost to SMU, his play calling has been getting better. We'll be getting more creativity, getting more creative. We've been starting using Malachi Toney in the passing game. Like, again, we're gonna get to Malachi Toney towards later in this video. But man, I feel like Shannon Dawson's play calling today was good, for the most part, was good. But however, though, towards the end of the game, I felt like we got conservative when it comes to play calling and, on both sides of the ball. Because, Virginia Tech, they were able to score that late touchdown against us with their backup quarterback. And, like, I can go and pull up. Yeah, William Watson threw 77 yards against us on 2 completions. Yeah, that's just being too conservative on defense. And the defense today, even though we held Virginia Tech to 17 points, I feel like we could have done a better job at stopping the run. Hawkins had 9 yards per carry today. Jeffrey Overton Jr. had a rushing touchdown against us, which was that long touchdown after that face mask penalty. He had 7 carries for 69 yards in that rushing touchdown. And, yeah, defense today, I feel like we're having a hard time with tackling and stopping the run at times. But the defense made the necessary stops, man. Virginia Tech, they were able to drive up and down the field, and there were times where they just couldn't punch it into the end zone. So, yeah, I feel like the defense made the crucial stops. So, yeah, like I said, the defense didn't play bad today at all. Also, this wasn't their greatest game when it comes to allowing yardage. So, yeah, they were able to get 4 sacks, though, out of the day. So, yeah, I gotta give a shout out to the defense. I feel like they played a decent game, and they made the stops necessary. So, I felt the defense did their job on that. And offensively today, I gotta give a shout out to Carson Beck. Carson Beck, I felt like was really efficient today. I liked his decision making, other than that one throw where it was nearly picked off late in the 4th quarter. But other than that, I thought Carson Beck's decision making was really good. His accuracy was on point. And yeah, but however though, we started off red hot offensively in the first half. Second half, after that Gerard Pringle Jr. touchdown, we kind of sputtered a bit. Penalties were costing us. We had 9 penalties for 88 yards. And guys, officiating in this game was not really the best. Like, on both sides of the ball. Like, on that first time Virginia Tech went for it on 4th and 1. We made the stop, and the referees just gave it to him there. And then on that first half, Mario Cristobal decided to call that timeout, which that was on us, which, if that was a close game, if that was towards the end of the game, that would have lost us the game. So that was about Mario Cristobal there, bad management there. Yeah, but like I said, the referees and the officiating, like I said, wasn't the best on both sides of the ball today. There was like a late whistle, like where Kyron Drones made a phenomenal play while getting sacked. Made a phenomenal play, and it was converted to a first down, and they decided to blow that play dead. And yeah, again, officiating wasn't the best, not that great on both sides of the ball, I have to say. But yeah, other than that, I feel like this game from our standpoint was good. But again, guys, I feel like we should have scored over 40 points today. I feel like we should have scored over 40 points. We had a touchdown dropped by Alex Bauman, or one of our tight ends. Penalties, we're shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties. Like I said, we had 9 penalties for 88 yards today. That's on coaching, and that's on Mario Cristobal and the coaching staff. And we got conservative again towards the later in this game, on both sides of the ball, and that's on coaching with Mario Cristobal there. So yeah, I gotta say that. Our run game today wasn't really the most exciting to say. Gerard Pringle had 14 carries for 49 yards, 3.5 yards per carry. Mark Fletcher Jr. was back in the game after his injury. 6 carries for 19 yards, 3.2 yards per carry. Malachi Toney, man, like, shout out to Malachi Toney, man. He might go down as one of the greatest freshmen. He's already one of the greatest freshmen in college football for this year. but he might go down as one of the greatest Miami Hurricanes players. I see so much potential in this guy. He's a playmaker. He can run the ball. He can throw it. Like, did you see how Malachi Tony threw a ball? It was like a laser. It was like a laser. Malachi Tony can throw the football, man. He can throw the football. He can do just about. He's one of he's our MVP right now. I'm glad to say. I said it last week after the NC State Wolfpack game. So grateful and thankful we have him on this team. So yeah, Carson Beck. Like I said, I thought he was really efficient today. Other than like a couple throws there, he only incompleted the ball like 5 times, and he threw for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. So I thought Carson Beck played a really good game. Really great game to say. So shout out to Carson Beck there. So yeah, our defense got 4 sacks the other day though. I mentioned the defense. While this wasn't the greatest game when it comes to allowing yards, the defense made the stops necessary. And we did get conservative towards the end where Virginia Tech's backup quarterback came in. And where Virginia Tech's backup quarterback came in and threw 77 yards on us. On two passes. So that was just too conservative right there, and that's on coaching. I said last week that I was somewhat nervous because of what happened last year. Virginia Tech, in my opinion, I thought they were going to come out red hot. They're going to come out angry, with fire, with passion, and I feel like they did just about that, guys. I feel like this game showed why I was somewhat nervous about this one, because this could somewhat be a trap game in a way, and boy, it was almost that. I mean, they literally caught an onside kick. Virginia Tech recovered an onside kick, and man, for some time we got lucky today. Malachi Tony, again, he did call that passing touchdown when it was like 20 seconds left to go in the game, so we scored that late touchdown to make it up 34 points. But yeah, now let's go ahead and talk about the college football playoff, and how I think the college football, how I think the committee's going to handle us. It's going to say. Now I think today we should have scored over 40 points. Now all we have to do, if we want to even stay in this conversation, is beat Pitt next week. If we can beat Pitt next week, then we'll definitely have a decent chance. Like, our season's not over by any means. It's just this win, while it was good, we didn't score. I feel like we should have scored at least over 40 points today. And there were times where we did shoot ourselves in the foot with penalties, like the holding penalties, the unnecessary roughness at the start of the game, those kind of penalties, the block in the back penalties. That's going to cost us. And I know Virginia Tech's a rival, another ACC rival, but like I said, you gotta keep your head straight. You gotta stay disciplined. And this wasn't the greatest game when it comes to discipline. I mean, we had a miscommunication with our center. I'm not sure if I was on our center or Carson Beck. If we want to stay in the playoff conversation, all we have to do is beat Pitt next week, and try to get some more style points. If I have to guess, I think the committee might rank us a spot lower just because, this is a Virginia Tech team that is one-dimensional and they can run the football. And guys, they were able to run the football today. Virginia Tech, man, they had grit. They showed heart. They were able to throw the ball, and Kyron Drones made some great plays. Like, he made that beautiful throw made a beautiful throw throwing out of the sack. Like, that was a beautiful throw. And like I said, the officiating wasn't that great on both sides of the ball. So yeah, Virginia Tech definitely showed heart. I gotta give my good sportsmanship to y'all. So yeah, anyways, I mean, that's all I could really say, man. We did our job against the Virginia Tech Hokies. It was a good game. Wasn't perfect, but it was good enough to get it done. We won by 17 points. Let's see how the committee thinks about this. See what the committee thinks about this, and see where we'll be ranked heading into this final regular season game against Pitt next week. Gotta win that one if we want to have a chance at getting to the playoff. Season's not dead. Just gotta execute. Next week against Pitt, and if we do just that, we'll have a decent chance to get in. I'm not saying we will get into the playoff, but we'll have a decent chance to get in. So yeah, guys. So anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.